it's Tina and I'm back. And I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. If you're also back, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me again. But if you're new and maybe you like what you see, please consider subscribing because we have tons of fun here on this channel talking about makeup and all things beauty. And every now and then we do a get ready with me where we just chat about random stuff just because I'm putting on makeup and I want to chat with you guys. So that's what we're doing in this video. I am trying out some new products. I have a couple of palettes, new palettes from 𝕊𝕦𝕒𝕟𝕒. So I'm testing a couple of these out along with one of their new single shadows. I also have the new Yummy Skin Balm blushes from the 𝕊𝕦𝕒𝕟𝕒. I don't know why it took me so long to say that. And I have this new lash that I'm going to talk about. I didn't talk about it for too long, but I'm going to mention that as well as some 𝕊𝕦𝕒𝕟𝕒 products. But I'm just getting ready because I'm headed over to my brother. I'm going to hang out with my family. We're going to watch the Super Bowl, which is really just a halftime show for me. But we're going to do that. So this is going to be really relaxed. Just get ready with me doing this really simple, really easy look. So if you want to see how I accomplish this and you just want to chat with me and relax, then stay tuned and I will talk to you soon. Alright guys, so as usual, we're starting off with a say it with me, clean, freshly washed face. So I just jumped out of the shower and I swear to God, I am unable to go out without taking a shower. And you're probably like, yeah, that's most of us, Tina. But no, like I literally showered, what time is it? 3 hours ago, okay? I got up, I showered, I went to the supermarket, blah, 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 right? But now I'm headed over to my brother because today is Super Bowl Sunday or whatever. This is my Sephora collection Boost and Lock Primer. I have a primer video that I filmed. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to deliver that video. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. But the shower thing, right? 3 hours ago I showered, but now I'm going over to my brother and I'm like, no, I need to take another shower. And it's not like an intense shower where I'm like scrubbing down the whole place, right? I just took a quick shower to refresh myself. Yeah, I'm in my bra, okay? I'm sitting here in my bra and my headband. We're gonna have, it's a time, all right? So I just took a quick shower to refresh myself. And every time I'm in the shower and it's like my second or third shower for the day, I'm always like, people don't like to shower? Like, why? That has been a discourse for the last several years at this point where people talk about how they don't shower every day. And we're not talking about if there are medical reasons why you don't shower every day. We're not talking about that. And that's the other thing. People need to stop, okay? Stop making everything about you. We're talking about people that actively decide that they're just gonna be funky and skunky. Not people that are having difficulties in their lives where they can't shower every day. Like, you think that would go without saying, but people want to be in their feelings and they want to feel victimized so much these days on social media that it's like the slightest comment, all of a sudden it's about them. And I find, okay, that I am yelling. Random, right? Okay, so here's the thing. My last couple of videos, I think I got some new viewers and one person was like, hey, this is my first time watching one of Tina's videos. Does she yell? And I'm like, oh my God, you're bringing back 2012. Like, people used to tell me that I scream in my videos and I'm like, I'm not really screaming, and the person wasn't nasty, okay? So don't even go hunting for the comment and going after this person. This person was actually really nice about it. They were like, I don't know if that's just her cadence, is that her, like, how she speaks when she does presentations or something? And it is how I speak when I do presentations. But she's like, I don't know if that's her presenter voice, and so she's projecting, or is she yelling? And I'm like, I don't know at this point. Am I yelling? Am I screaming? And my family will tell you that I'm loud, but I'm loud because I was the youngest girl in my family, all right? So I am the baby cousin, the baby granddaughter, like the baby girl of the family. There are only 5 girls and like 25 boys. So a lot of cousins, well, not a lot, but like a decent amount. I have like 30 cousins, right? But I was the baby girl, right? And the other girls were much older than me. So my cousins, don't look at my bra. You're looking at my bra. The bra I have on is from Cup. What kind of bras do you guys wear? Tell me that, because I hate a bra because the straps are always falling off and I'm like, I hate you so much. And I'm like, is it that I don't have a divot to like keep them up, or do you just create that divot over time? Like, it's like you've evolved where you have a little nook for your bra strap. So yeah, I was the youngest girl and in my family. So here's how it is. Every year or every other year, there are a set of cousins. So in each set, so everybody's born the same year, they're the same age, and there's like a group of 3 or 4 or 5 for each year, right? That's just how it worked out. My grandmother had 14 kids, 10 are alive, and those 10 had multiple kids. So that's where all the cousins come from. So in my year, I have 4 male cousins, okay? So being the youngest girl and being also small in stature growing up, I was really tiny. I kind of had to compensate by being loud so I would be heard. And now I'm in a male-dominated industry and I tend to project. So it kind of translates over into my videos. And even though I'm at home by myself in an empty room talking to a camera, I'm still projecting. So I am trying to figure out how not to yell as much or project as much. Because it's not that I'm yelling, I'm really projecting. Ooh, my titty's sweating. It's that I'm projecting and I'm like, how do I not project? But it's just like my natural not cadence, but it's like, it's my natural volume. It's just I resort to that volume. So I'm like, maybe I should start whispering. And I've tried to adjust the volume during editing. So my volume, while I'm editing my videos, I knock it down to half the actual recorded volume. So what you're getting on YouTube, on your devices, is knocked down. But here's the thing, right? I had tried to lower it even more in a couple of videos, and then I was getting comments that the volume was too low. So I stopped tinkering around with it too much. You guys let me know. Am I too loud? And I know I'm loud, so it's not like... But if you know a way that I can edit so I'm not as loud, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. And I'm going to actively try to lower my volume by myself and see how that works. I'm trying to figure out where I need to tweeze for my brows to be more even. I feel like I need to tweeze right here so I can lower this brow a little bit, because I feel like I tend to overdo it on this brow. Anyway, yeah, what else was I saying? Yeah, people get in their feelings so much. They want to be victims so bad. And I know this tweezer is not working out, y'all. And I know it's like, it's kind of like the way of the world. And I think people have hijacked the term snowflake to mean liberals, but really and truly, for me, a snowflake is just somebody who is just really sensitive about every damn thing, and they melt at the slightest inconvenience. And that's why I look at a snowflake. But people, like, everything is a problem. Like, everything offends them, and oh my god, it's triggering, and oh my trauma. And I'm like, all right, listen, okay, you need to relax. Like, you'll tweet something, right? And someone out of nowhere, days later, will respond to your tweet. Oh, I'm so offended by this, and how dare you? And you're like, you don't follow me. You're not followed by anyone I follow. I don't follow you. How'd you get over here? And it's like, these people are going out of their way to find something to offend them. And I'm just like, oh my god. That's why I don't debate on Twitter, okay? You get 2 responses out of me and that's it. I am not going to have this back and forth with anyone on social media. I am very sorry. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. And it's not that I won't have conversations with people. I just don't know. I'm not going to do it. I'm not gonna give you my energy on social media, especially when I don't know you. I'm really not that invested in you or your future or your present. So I'm not gonna spend the time to go back and forth. I'm just not going to. Could I help you probably see things differently? Could you maybe help me see things a little bit differently? Sure, but here's the thing. I don't care about you that much, so I'm not going to engage. I'm just not. And I think more people need to find that peace and that balance. Stop engaging with these trolls online. And it's not even necessarily trolls. Just stop engaging with people that are just seeking a fight. Like, they're just looking to argue. They really are. And on Twitter, when a tweet kind of goes semi-viral, people start arguing back and forth in your comments. Or if someone popular that have followers or people that watch them and wait for them to say something even offhand, just a little bit, like just maybe just a little bit offensive, and that person probably retweets you or responds to your tweet, and then those people find you and they come over and they start it up, I'm just like, you gonna talk to yourself, because you're not talking to me, and I'm not gonna engage with you, so good luck with that. Because listen, I tweet and go, okay? I don't sit around waiting for responses or engagement, so no. And now that Twitter has that little graph that shows you like how many eyes have seen your tweet, and then compare that against who liked it, who retweeted it, those mean nothing to me, okay? My brows look actually pretty even. Watch while I'm editing, I'm gonna be like, no, those don't look even at all. But to me, they look pretty even, and I think it was that little edge right there. Anyway, let me carry on. Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion. I could use the same Sephora primer on my lids, but I just prefer how the Urban Decay Anti-Aging formula feels on my lids, and it does help prevent creasing and helps with the longevity of my eyeshadow and all that, because it's not creasing and wearing down. But I just love how the texture feels. It's almost like a cream rather than like a lotiony texture or a thin texture, so I really like this. All right, what are we gonna do today? Like I said, I'm going to Super Bowl, so I don't really have a look in mind. I'm just gonna play with makeup. Let me plug in my mirror, child. This mirror has to keep constantly plugged in because I have defeated the poor battery. So the thing about the Simple Human mirrors is that if you leave them plugged in too much, the battery gets depleted and you have to change the battery. I've changed the battery before, it's not a big deal, but I can just keep it plugged in because the cord is right on my desk, so it's like not a big deal. But yeah, what's going on with you guys? I don't watch sports. I don't care about sports. But I will watch the halftime show. And since Rihanna is performing this year, I will definitely be watching the halftime show. I don't think I watched the last couple of halftime shows because I don't care. Like the last people that performed, like Shakira and J-Lo are the last ones that I remember. I didn't watch that. When Beyonce performed, I watched, and that's about it. I don't remember watching any other performance, honestly, if I'm being honest, but that's the only thing that I would watch. And then the commercials tend to be pretty fun because brands really invest in those commercials. They're like multi-million-dollar spots here. Like they're really going ham with those videos. What is it? What a pen on the pen, Lord have mercy. So they really put money into those spots, and they tend to have some good little videos. But so yeah, I don't know who's playing. I don't care. And isn't there like a mother and her two sons are in the Super Bowl or something like that? Something like that, right? I don't know who it is. I just see this on Twitter. Again, I love Twitter. And I was just talking to somebody yesterday about Twitter and the fact that Twitter is my favorite social media platform, because I have curated it to the point where it's just fun for me. I keep up with all the happenings, and it's not toxic on my side of Twitter. And like I said, I don't engage with toxicity anyway, so it don't matter. But yeah, what is it with people that don't want to shower every day? Again, I'm not talking about you. And it's like, why do I have to have that disclaimer like, this is not about you? And it's like, God, stop making things about you and stop trying to find offense in everything. My goodness, like, you want to be oppressed so bad. And that's the thing that I'm finding. Like, everybody wants a cause. Everybody wants something to feel like they have to stand up for or that they have to rebel against. And it's like, you know, you can't just sit back and enjoy your life, right? Not everything has to aggravate you or irritate you. And it's like, is that what makes you feel alive? Maybe it gives meaning to some people's life for them to have some interaction online and they have a cause to defend. And you know, I get it, because the human population is getting more and more lonely. They are, and we've seen the studies, right? Loneliness is actually killing people. You know, people are so lonely that they're dying, and it's sad. But now you have these people that are so desperate for human interaction that anything goes. Like, if they have to go online and fight every day just to feel alive, then that's what they do. And it's like, it's so sad. All right, I'm going in with a little bit of my Melt Cosmetics Blur eyeshadow single just to set my crease. I love this shadow so much. It's the perfect blend-in shade for me. If I'm not doing any eyeshadow, I just pop this all over my lid and I'm set. Like the MAC paint pot that I just put on, I put my NARS Complete Matte Cover. What is the name of that concealer? Soft Matte Complete Concealer, the shade Caramel. Like, my eyes are done already. Like, I can be done here. And then my MAC Lane Low paint pot. But I feel like I want to play a little bit in eyeshadow since I'm here with you guys. And I have some new shadows to try out. I have the new collection from Odin's Eye, right? This is the Perfect World collection, and it's a three-way collaboration with 3 influencers or creators. I don't like to call them influencers. These are 3 creators that I know and love. So we have Lauren's palette. This is the Sea Talk palette. This is from Lauren May Beauty. It has some neutral shade. Ooh, child. It has some neutral shades, some blues, and some pops of color. Then we have Makeup Just for Fun. This is Amanda's palette. This one is the Flora Story palette, which is it's a beautiful, like, muted palette with olivey greens and purples. So this is cute. And then we have the Batty Bean palette, which is with Betty Jean. This is the Planet Spirit palette, which is really bold, really bright. It's intense. I have swatches on my Instagram, and I have swatches in a haul video that either was already posted or is coming up. So let me see what I want to do. I kind of want to just do something simple. So I'm not going to use the Batty Jean palette. So I think it's gonna be a mix of the Sea Talk and the Flora Story palette. All right, so let's just play with that. Let me go to the Flora Story palette, and I'm going to grab this shade, which is Shroom. It's like a taupey brown, and it's kind of the same shade as the Melt. You wanna come in? Come here, my friend, come in. Hello, how is you? Oh, child. Oh, Lord. All right, so Shroom is kind of like the Melt Cosmetics Blur eyeshadow, but it has a hint of like a neutral undertone to it. So it's a little bit more gray, and I just want to use that as a base shadow to start building the look from. It's a great little shade. I could have used it instead of the Melt Cosmetics shade, but again, it has more of a gray hue to it, or a neutral undertone. So it's really not the shade I would go with right away, but it helps to build like contrast. All right, I feel like the Lauren May palette may have a similar shade. This is Dolphin Tail. That's a cute little name. Let's add that in and see what that does. So, okay, this one is a little bit deeper and a little bit more gray toned. That is nice. Oh, yes. So, yeah, I'm thinking I'm just gonna keep it pretty neutral here. So what's going on with you guys? How are you doing? How's you doing? So I've been posting some videos that haven't been really doing well, and I kind of understand, because the concept isn't really poppy and fun and dramatic, you know. You guys seem to love get ready with me videos, talking videos, shopping block videos, haul videos. more than like reviews or like focused videos, but we'll see. I did some packing videos too for my trip to Thailand for my birthday. I'll be doing a vlog as well because I did film some content while I was there. I wasn't necessarily vlogging, but I was just taking snapshots of the places that I went so I could use it for my future reference, just be like, I was here, you know? But it also worked out because now I can share it with you guys. I kind of want to do the green shade from the Flora palette. This dark green. Yeah, I'm going to use that. That shade is Sage, and I'm just going to pop it on the outer lid. I might deepen up the outer crease a little bit, but I'm just going to pop that on the outer lid. That's a nice color. With these palettes, they're so different that you should be able to just pick one or the other unless you want to get all three. They're so different in color story that unless you are an avid makeup lover and you are a collector, you may not want to get all three, because if you like this color story, you may not care about this one, you know? Or maybe these two appeal to you, but then the Batty Bean palette is too intense. Like, it's really bright and bold. And I love that about the collection because it offers different dimensions, like different color stories. So whatever you're into, you're probably going to be able to find something here. And they kind of did a similar thing with my collaboration, which was also a trio of creators. And those color stories were also different as well. So I was the colorful one in that case. And now Batty Jean is the Betty Bean, Batty Jean. Like, she's Batty Bean, Betty Jean. So she did a play off her name for her channel name, and it's cute. So what shadow shall we go in with next? The green is really light. It's just giving a little dusting, and that's kind of intentional. I didn't really pack it on. Let me now go in with Driftwood from the Sea Talk palette. Pop a little bit here. And like, I'm not married to just this palette. I'm just playing around, so it's not like must use these only. No, I have other things I can use. Like, don't play with me like I won't grab other palettes, child. Like, come on. You know another palette that I have. I know. So this one is from Pat McGrath. It's one of the Love Collection palettes. It's the Velvet Liaison, which is the all matte palette, which I've been begging for an all matte palette from Pat McGrath for years. And it makes sense that she would release like a smaller palette, like a 6-pan that's all matte rather than a 10-pan all matte, right? That makes sense. And I feel like she's leaning into my wishes. And so I just went ahead and grabbed the palette because I was like, you know what? She made this for me. She made this for me and for others who were asking for an all matte palette from her. She finally like gave in, and I'm going to get it because it's what I asked for. Same thing with the holiday palette. Like, I wasn't originally going to get that palette because I was like, no, I don't care. I don't even use my other one. But then that palette has a lot of mattes, which is unheard of for Pat McGrath. She maybe has up to 3. I think 3 has been the max number of mattes she's used in like one of her 10-pan palettes. So for her to do a palette with, I think it was 8 or 9 matte shades is unheard of. And the palette was colorful. So it's like, Tina, this was like literally made for you. So why are you like, she made this for you with you in mind. That's what I'm telling myself. And you're over here talking about you're not gonna get it. Go get the palette and shut up. So I did. I did get it. I was just using the dark brown from the Pat McGrath palette. That shade is Midnight Mink. That's cute. And this palette from Pat McGrath, let me show you again. This palette here, it's gonna be a great palette for everyday looks. You know what? As a matter of fact, as me I talk, Mama go on and grab Beige Bliss, and I'll pop that all over the lid. Like I said, I'm going for something very subtle right now, very simple. Let me grab, ooh, this is a 330 brush from Refer. Is it gonna be too fluffy? No, it's cute, because it's large and I just wanna apply this all, ooh. That color just laid down real easy. Let me find out, Auntie Pat. Let me stop going on like our matte shadow them the nice. Like her matte shadows I really do like. But this palette, here's my thing. When I got it, I was like, me no say no this look a cheap palette. She sell for $65. $65 feet and $65 for this palette. It's 6 eyeshadows, right? But these eyeshadows are small. They're not the size that I remember from her her other 6 pans that I depotted. In fact, I know they aren't. And I believe, yeah, 0.23 ounces. So these are less than 0.04 per shadow. So they're small. They're smaller than a small eyeshadow, like a typical average small eyeshadow on the market. Well, it's not even small, like the average eyeshadow on the market, like a MAC eyeshadow, Sydney Grace eyeshadows. It's much smaller. So I was like, and they're $65, child, if you don't go somewhere. So I'm not feeling that at all. And now I'm gonna grab, what is this called? Smoky Pearl from the Sea Talk palette on my finger, and pop it on the center of the, that is cute. That is cute. Oh my god. Now Lauren loves sparkle and shimmer, so of course she's gonna do sparkle and shimmer. You know what though I want to pull in? Well, I have 2 things I kind of want to pull in. This is matching my nails almost. It's sparkly and purple, and that's too much sparkle. It's too much sparkle for me. It's too much. It's too much. Hold on. And it's also too purple. So I'm gonna grab this single. This is also from Odin's Eye. It's one of their new singles. This is SO29 James, and it is a beautiful, almost warm toned taupey bronze. So I am gonna use that instead. And I know you're probably like, oh my god, Tina, you're using your finger. Yes, I am. Now I will say this. I did a swatch video with the shadows, these singles, but I didn't do like a get ready with me or like tutorials using them just yet. And somebody had mentioned on Instagram that they had creasing issues with a couple of the shades, and I can see that because a couple of the shades are more moist, and I mentioned that in my swatch video that a couple of the shades felt a lot more wet than others, and my favorite shades were just the regular shimmer shades like this one here called James, right? And one of the ingredients in the eyeshadow formula is mineral oil, which some people mentioned as well that didn't make them happy, which I understand. Not a lot of people want mineral oil in their eyeshadows, and mineral oil is kind of a cheaper ingredient too. And I wasn't even too worried about it because the eyeshadows aren't too pricey, so it's not like they're charging a lot for a cheap formula, you know what I mean? So I wasn't even, should I wear this headband? I feel like I want to keep it on now that I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, I'm cute. So let me go in with this this Dior primer and just apply this all over my skin. I love this primer so much. It doubles as like a moisturizing step for me as well as a mattifying step. It's kind of weird how that works, and that's why I love it, because instead of having to do a moisturizer and then mattifying, it's like it's a 2-in-1, because this feels kind of hydrating, but it helps to keep my oils at bay. Now it's not completely mattifying, right? But it does help with, you know, oil control, so I like it. But yeah, these eyeshadows, I can see some of them creasing. Now they haven't creased on me, but I haven't used the really emollient shades. Let me just blend out the edge of the shadow just a little bit more, because I just applied it with my finger, which is why I don't like applying shadows with my finger. I like to blend. So I, yeah, haven't had that issue. But if people are mentioning it, then I want to make you guys also aware of it, because I don't want it to be said that I don't bring up certain points. But it's something that I haven't personally experienced yet, because like I said, I haven't used the really, ooh, Ooh, child. I'm gonna get rid of that in a minute. But I don't use the really emollient shades, so if there is an issue, I haven't found it yet. Just because, like I said, I haven't used them. You guys are probably wondering what the hell I just put on my face, and I'm a little reluctant to say. I'm a little reluctant, not gonna lie to you. So what I just put on my face is Milk of Magnesia. Mind your business, okay? Mind your business. I know people are probably like clutching their pearls right now at the audacity. Shimmer is all over my face, child. But yeah, you're probably like, oh my god, did she just use that? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You want to fight? You want to fight? We could fight. All right. I'm going to use my 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕟 Skin Enhancing Tint. This is one of the videos that I posted recently that is not getting a ton of views. And it's because, again, the title, the content may not be riveting and not everybody wants to check it out. But this is one of the products from that video. It's featuring 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕟 as a brand. So I did a full brand review because I thought the brand was just worth featuring on my channel. It's a new Black-owned brand at Sephora. It's not a brand new brand. They started in 2020 or 2021? So they're not a new brand, but they're new to Sephora. And I just thought they were worth a shout out. But not a lot of people are watching that video. And you guys, I'm telling you right now, these products are fire, especially the skin tint, not even especially, okay, hold on. The skin tint that I'm using, the concealer that I'm gonna use, the lip oils, and the powders, okay? Those automatically, yes. And the other products, I think there's a brow pencil, a brow gel, and then brushes, as well as one more thing, a highlighter balm. I haven't tried those out. Well, no, I tried the brow gel. Didn't, you know, it wasn't anything special. But these other products are special. So check out that video, guys. Check out the video and check out the brand. They're really great. So this is a skin tint. The shade I have is, what shade is this? Medium 1. It's so beautiful on my skin. It's a nice light coverage that doesn't feel heavy, and I don't want to wear a ton of makeup, you know. I'm going in with the concealer now. So I picked up another shade. The original one that I picked up was medium 1.5, so I picked up medium 1. The 1.5 was too light. So how it works is the higher the number, the lighter the shade. So the medium 1 is darker than the medium 1.5, and the concealer was so impressive that I did want to get the matching shade for me. Now the other shade worked fine as like a brightening lifting concealer, but I wanted a matching shade just because of how I actually wear concealer. I don't wear concealer to brighten. I don't wear a light concealer, so I wanted one that was more my skin tone because that's what I use, you know? So boom, 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 right? Like, it's nice. You know what I want to try too? This Tarte Skin Treat Poreless Foundation, but I'm not going to use it as a foundation necessarily. I'm just going to put it around my mouth for heavier coverage just because I want to try it out. If I'm honest, I just want to try it out. I just picked it up from Tarte because apparently I had reward points over there. So I grabbed a couple of things with those dollars, child. So this little foundation was one of them. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay. I appreciate. Okay. All right. Powder, right? Powder. So I'm going to use, again, another product from 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕟. The translucent loose powder. Anita brush. BK Beauty 110. Very, yes, it's a nice brush for getting under the eyes. I was watching, what was I watching? A live stream with Jen Loves, and someone had mentioned, she was talking about sponsorships and stuff and how people aren't disclosing sponsorships. And somebody had mentioned that they see a lot of influencers and content creators use BK Beauty brushes, and she doesn't know if it's an undisclosed sponsorship. And in the comments, somebody said, yeah, the fancy face Tina uses BK Beauty brushes. And I'm like, oh, yes, I do, but me not sponsored. Me's not sponsored. I would love to do a sponsorship with BK Beauty, okay? Because I do love quite a few of their brushes, but I'm not sponsored. But Jen made a good point. She's like, listen, BK Beauty is one of those brands that sends out PR. And the thing about the glitter is falling all over my eyes. I am not loving that. All right, I set under my eyes with the 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕒𝕟𝕜 loose powder. Let me set the rest of my skin with my Kosas powder. I am almost done with this, guys. Oof, a product that I'm using up. Can you imagine? And it makes sense to use up the Kosas stuff because they go bad a little bit more quickly than other products. So we want to go ahead and use them up before they're no longer good. So yeah, I get PR from BK Beauty, right? But that's not the only reason I'm using the brushes. It's because I like the brushes. But also, since you're getting PR and you're getting new launches, the products are gonna be more fresh in your mind. So PR is helpful in that way, right? The products are new, they're fresh, you're trying them out. You know, it's always the newest thing you wanna test out. But also, I like the products. So it's like, I'm gonna use them if they're fresh in my mind, they're new and exciting, and I happen to actually like them. So that's why I use them, not because they're sponsoring me. Sponsor me. But I do like them, right? Now I also have some new products from 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕒𝕟𝕜, not products, just a new product, just 2 shades. So this is the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Flushed. Yeah, that's the full name. Like, why is it? I'm gonna write the name there. But I got 2 shades. I got Golden Hour and Prima Donna. Pandarama Miragase. So these are the shades that are recommended for my complexion. She actually has shade recommendations based on your skin tone. I'm gonna use Golden Hour because I can. I powdered already, and this is supposed to be similar to her her skin. Did me take up too much? Me take up too much? Me go on, yeah. But like even this brush from Sydney Grace, this is the SGF04. So this is the Face 04 brush. I really love this for cream blush. So I'm gonna use it too, and you've probably seen me use it but not really mention it. But yeah, this Sydney Grace brush, fantastic. And this little balmy thing, Miss Danessa. That's cute. She was more, ooh. It's more pigmented than I expected. I didn't go back in and get any more product. That is strictly one. Well, no, I dipped a couple of times, but I never expected for so bright and bold. Mom. The color pretty though. It's a pretty color, but I'm gonna need to. But I'm also gonna need to run over it a little bit with some. I'm actually going in here with the my powder brush and a little of the Kosas because child, it really get loud. It get loud a while ago. It load up the thing. But I mean, you can always, yeah, like if you put a little bit more face powder, she gonna tame. She gonna get tame. It's fine. It's fine. Let me use a little bit of my Tarte bronzer here. You don't need much of this. This is the Sculpt Tape bronzer in the shade Warm Bronze. I just did a beauty battle, a makeup matchup with this up against the Charlotte Tilbury and the Flower Beauty option. So check that video out as well. I'll use a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury for contour. But I love these beauty ones. So if you want to check out what I feel about them, then do that because yes. So the Charlotte one, you want me to give you a cheat sheet? The Charlotte one I love for contour, And the Tarte one I love for a bronzer or bronzer kind of setup. And I like using both. There we go. All right, let's do mascara. Let's use the Gucci mascara. All right. The Gucci, I can't talk. I'll be right back. Okay, I did away with the headband. It was just a little bit too sporty spice for me. With a hoodie, like, it just, it just didn't fit my vibe. So I'm like, nah, for someone else maybe, but nah, not for me. So I am going to actually use some new lashes. Hold on. Originally I wasn't gonna use lashes, but I decided that I am going to actually pop some on. But these aren't strip lashes. These are from Kiss. They're from the Impress line. So if you know Kiss, Kiss has the regular Kiss line with Kiss lashes, Kiss press-on nails, all that. And then they have an Impress line with nails where they have like sticky tape on the back. So instead of using glue, you can use the little sticky tabs and just press them onto your nails. I don't like those nails. They don't last very long for me. They lift a lot. So I use the glue ones, right? But they have the Impress line, and now the Impress line was expanded to include lashes. So these are little cluster lashes. They're in trees. Did I say trees? They're in threes. So like 3 clusters of lashes. I can't believe I said tree with my whole spirit just now, y'all. I really did. So you grab them, right? And then you can just press them on. And the way these are made is that they already have the adhesive on, similar to how they have the, where's my lash glue? Oh my God. Here it is. So similar to how the Impress nails have the little glue tabs already like on, these already have adhesive on, right? But I don't like the adhesive and like the way they want me to use these. So I actually use lash glue and just apply a little bit to the lash band. Now the way they want you to use these is as an under lash, but again, I'm not using them the way they intend me to. I'm gonna use them the way I want to. So I have just been popping them, oh Lord have mercy, just popping them on with my own lash glue on the outer edge of my lash, and just adding 2 little clusters right on the outer lash line. Hold on. My mirror is way too far away because I don't want to block you guys from seeing what I'm doing. But yeah, I just popped these on the outer lash line for myself. So it gives the little effect of false lashes without having to put a full strip on. And they're very, very comfortable. And I'm trying anything that I can to make my eyes feel comfortable, okay? My eyes have been very irritated lately, and I'm thinking it may have to do with either eyeshadow or my lash glue. And so anything I can try that's different, which is why I'm kind of staying away from a lot of indie brands and their eyeshadows, because whew, the formulation is getting in my eye and irritating me, and I don't like it. So for the lashes, I just happened to see these in my local Walgreens. I don't remember what I was in there for, but you know, as you do, you go to the makeup aisle to walk around, because I don't know why we do that to ourselves. But I saw these and I'm like, let me find out. And I've used the Kiss like little clusters before, so I'm familiar with them, but these just had a different vibe, and I was like, all right, let me try them out. And I've been using them ever since. Now, the drawback for these so far for me is that I haven't been able to reuse, not that I haven't been able to, but they're not as reusable as I would like. First of all, they're little clusters, so you pop them off and you lose them, and they stick together. It's like a whole situation, but they're not as easy to reuse. They're definitely reusable, so you can get multiple wears out of them. You just have to be deliberate with how you take them off and like how you store them. but so far I have not been able to reuse them. I have used them probably 4 times, and each time I just lose the lash, and it's fine. But you see how it's just a subtle little outer lash, right? And it pops on really easily. Probably easier to apply than a strip lash for beginners, so highly recommend. And they're very comfortable, so you don't even feel like you're wearing them. So that's it. I'm not even gonna do anything crazy for the lips. I'm just gonna use my 𝕊𝕦𝕡𝕟𝕣 clear lip gloss. Pop that on. Yes. Oh, you know what? Let me see something. Because Danessa said that these can also be used on the lips. So let me just pop a little bit. Yes. So that's giving me like a little juicy. I like that. Ooh, I like that. Yeah. So here you have it, guys. This is the final look. I am just going to watch the halftime show. I don't have time to be doing the most. So here you have the look. I love the eyeshadows, except that I have glitter all over my face. The glitter was messy to work with, and it's both the single eyeshadow and like the one in the palette. That was a headache. The foundation, like I said, it's a beautiful skin tint. Love it. Check out my video. The powder, I love it. If you check out my video, you'll hear me talk all about it. The contour products, love them, both the bronzer and the contour one. So the Charlotte Tilbury and the Tarte, love it. I am loving this little blush thing so far from Danessa. That was nice, right? The lashes I've been loving. The lip oil I'm loving as well. Did I use anything else? No, right? Been loving it. So there you have it. I just wanted to chat with you guys while I got ready. You guys love a good chatty get ready with me, and that's it for me. So I'm gonna run out now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know what other videos you want to see, because I'm kind of scrambling as, not really, I have tons of ideas, but I kind of don't know what you guys want to see apart from chatty videos, and I'm like, like, I like informative videos and reviews. I don't just want to chat, but I do like chatty videos as well. So if there's anything specific that you guys want to talk about, let me know, and I will leave a full list of the products listed down below in the description box, along with links on where you can pick them up, as well as my shirt, because we're doing it for the culture. But I will leave a full list down below along with links on where you can pick them up. If there's an asterisk next to any of those links, that means that it is an affiliate link. That means I will get a small sales commission if you make a purchase through those links. It's an easy way to show your support for the channel. It doesn't change the sale price. It just gives me a kickback. There are also discount codes for various indie brands down below, so you can check those out as well. That will also give me a small kickback. I will also leave links to my Instagram and Twitter where you can follow me along. And until my next video, I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.